Testing. Okay, it's looking good. Right. This is round 6 of the Division 4 Championship. We go into this with Liam holding his lead in the championship. A couple of other drivers in the mix, but he couldn't find a way to do anything anymore. Well, we are in here today. Actually, we'll get. We'll quickly get the standings up on there. So, it's standings. So we'll get the conclusion of what we are dealing with. Liam keeps a 1 point gap between him and Trix, who is racing today. They're both racing. Ronan's not racing. Tyrone's in, so you may have a chance to take P3. 2 drivers down. Alpine are very much clutching this up. They're not a full race distance ahead of Alfa Romeo, but they are doing well, with AlphaTauri passing Williams in France, and that's some of it. That's the results of it, and from the looks of it, Trix won round 1 in Bahrain, Liam won round 2 in Imola, Trix won round 3 in China, Liam won round 4 in Portimao, and now Ricardo won round 5 in France. So now we will see if other drivers can find something here. Trix, who is on a lap. At the moment, 12 people have set a provisional lap time, and at the moment, Ricardo's top with a 104.040, which is basically 2/10 quicker than Liam on the field. And this is in Q1. It's a bit dry now. For Div 6 and Div 5, the qualifying was in the wet, but in Div 5 yesterday we had a dry session in Q2. Now Jeffrey got out of Trix's way. Now comes the last corner on board with basically the championship rival, who goes P3. It's a decent lap, but could have been better. Up to P6 with a decent lap there. Meanwhile, Jeffrey going around the final corner. Instead of 15.7, which is a slowdown, stays in P15 with a 105.4. So basically, this gains not a lot of time though. exotic. 1050. It goes up to P12. And McLaren going around the final corner to get the traction down and across the line, goes into P12. It's a good one from McLaren. Nichan. Josh is out. I will quickly check because I was not in. We had difficulties starting the stream up. But Josh has crashed down the second sector. So whoever makes a lap, can do a lap round, well, you basically just have to set a lap if you want to go through. 7.5 minutes remaining. You have Jeffrey. It was Jamie who stopped the lap, and Jeffrey invalidating on his way to start a lap. So that was not what you wanted to do, but what it is in the moment. Let's see from Brewster, and then you got a purple sector 1 with a very nice helmet, as you see from the onboard here. Now entering the right hander is taking the pretty good curbs. Now taking the not taking the curbs, trying to get closer to the left hand side and shift back up to the left, and you have to keep the speed in to the double right hander where the car will send you on board. See if 6 gear trying to keep the car as much to the line as possible, and to the final corner he takes it very nicely and improves. It goes P16. Tyrone, I think he invalidated, or no, he's got to improve his lap, so I don't know why that happens. So Brewster needs to get an improvement, otherwise he might be out. About a second separates the top 14, so it's a bit getting closer. There's Liam going to the pit lane. Oh, you are spinning Aston Martin. Drifts his way. Meanwhile we got Rice, who is starting their lap. Getting closer to the curves nearly every lap. And now in 2400th down, a bit down this time. Can keep the car control at turn 3, and now entering turn 4 where Bruce he's braking after the 100 meters. He's getting the car stopped, and the good turn in. That's a good one from Rice. Now entering the left-hander, trying to get closer to the curb as possible. He's now a 10th up, which improves a purple second sector. And now entering the double right-hander. 7th gear, closer to the curves. And now down the gears to the final corner where he's trying to get closer to as possible. Did he improve in this lap? He did, and goes P6 after that good improvement. Brewster, he was a 10th down, but he invalidated. Put in the knee for that. Meanwhile, we have Jeffrey, who's yet to do a lap. We get a 45.4, and now he gets a nice curve, not nice curves, but something to improve on, basically. And now entering the right-handers, sending it, which proves he can get a better line, and now final corner, getting another one. But that penultimate corner, that was a nice turn, and he just sends it there. Hassan not having a good day, to be fair. Well, Tyrone is out on track on set soft tyres. The Hazards need something because a lot of them are not doing something they want to do. Jeffrey had a massive understeer through that corner. And now he's entering the left-hander, trying to get as close to the curb as possible. 5th gear, getting the curb on both apex and outer. Okay, it's 3/10 down, so that's probably... Got the Ferrari, McLaren, and Tyrone, who's coming out on track. Some drivers have retired in the pit lane. Joss and Christix going back to the old ways now. That is 3 in a row. No, not 3 in a row. That's 3 times now. He will be starting last. And now it's Tyrone. Entering the right hander, he's getting them much on the apex. And now entering the left hander. Going to the end of his sector 2 lap. The Aston Martin, who's in P12 at the moment, goes a 10th and a half up. Getting closer on the exit of the curbs. And to the last 2 corners, where he has to get the best send. He invalidate on that one, but he did invalidate on that one, so his qualifying is basically finished. Give the tyres. Meanwhile, we have Brewster and Hazard, who is out on track. Jamie might be out. Jeffrey, both Hazards might be out. I'm going to start with the Ferrari first. Now into the right-hander. 7th gear. And now down to 5th to get the rotation. Close on the curbs. Improving to a P4th. That's improved a 104.3. Michan has invalidated. 10 seconds left. Brewster kept it clean to start a lap. Jamie is out of qualifying. Jeffrey is out of qualifying. So yeah, the Williams of Hazard is safe. He just no car is turning in on that one. Now entering the right-hander. Time. Now we've got Brewster. See from his improvements. He's a little bit down at this time. He needs to gain a lot in the 3rd sector if he wants to go into Q2 with his teammate and to knock out Tom. Now into the final corner. Does he keep it clean? Yes, he does. Can he go in? No, he doesn't even improve on his lap. Now Michan is in the pits, followed by Zaki. And that's the end of qualifying. And even though I didn't even look at it at the start, but from the looks, it looks like it's very nice. Here we go, and there's the results. The Alpine's looking strong now with Ricciardo topping it with Trix in P2. 1500th of a second separates the two, and they are 2/10 quicker than Liam behind. In the end, top 14 within the second. Tom managed to stay in, and the ones we lost, Brewster and the two Hasses who set a lap time, and Josh and Christix who didn't set a lap time. Christix didn't even set a lap, and Josh probably crashed somewhere after setting the sector 2 time. I'll be back in a sec, and we'll get Q2 going. Oh, here we go. Oh my. Q2's in. And Q1 is a very nice one. Oh, at the moment we see from Ricardo, he's on the medium tire. And we're going to have two people who is on the mediums, Ricardo on the soft tyre. Go on board with Ricardo to see the start point of his lap. Breaking the 100 metre point. 15.9 as a first sector, that's a very good lap. And now Ricardo holding on the right hand side. Pushing it a bit to the left. And I'll break in for turn. Four, 4, 5, second sector from Ricardo. He is absolutely flying out there. It is in turn 10. He says a 104.2 as a start. That's a good lap from him. Higher goes about 3/10 behind. Chan hasn't validated, he will go again. Mark is in the pit lane. Viper has invalidated. Zartik is still to do a lap. Oh, that's some tricky there, and Hazza has spun. Going to turn. Oh, it's turn 9 and exiting turn 10. Final corner. Liam. On it. Less than the 10th behind Ricardo this time, but only just. Samanai exiting the final corner. Has a bit low battery, but what can he do? Goes P4 with the slowest time of all. Oh, no, Michan was the slowest time of all. Now we got Pit in the field. Pit in the field. In the Ferrari, starting a lap. Okay, sorry for that. My mic was off. I didn't know that. So that was a very good end to the session. The top 7 separated by a second. Oh no, by a 10th. And look at the timesheets there. That is unbelievable. Hello?
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 You want an invite to the lobby?
Yes, please.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Okay. The ones who are out of Q2: Tyrone in the Aston Martin, Zotic in the Mercedes, Tom in AlphaTauri, Michan in the McLaren, and Hazza. Only Tom on the mediums, and less than 2/10 has separated the top 10. So it shows that anything can happen in Q3, and the top 7 separated by a 10th.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, and it's very interesting to see. Did you include the audio?
Yes, I did. And what is the fastest time?
At the
Q2?
moment in this session, or the Q2 is a 104.192 set by I think it was by Mark.
Okay.
And now it's dry for qualifying. Well, for the entire qualifying, so which is like to see. We'll see some proper lap times in the raw pace on the dries. And the fastest at the moment in qualifying is a 104.096 by Ricciardo in the Alpine, who won in France last week. And hopefully in this session we will see we'll see a lap time in the 103s, but it will be difficult. But this is F1. Anything can happen. Someone can rock up with a bounce and just get a massive time to get in the 10 corner circuit, the short track, with the shortest lap time, with dry lap times. A good lap time is a 104s, basically nearly a minute lap time, but it's a very short track, so it will be difficult to overtake. There's not a lot of corners to try and take advantage, but we will see. Now we go with F1WR. Entering turn 1, gets it stopped and gets the outside curb turned in and didn't run wide. Entering turn 3 after the turn 2 kink. 15.9 as the first sector. That is a benchmark of a sector 1 time, which is a decent one to start with on your opening lap. And now entering turn 4, he gets the car stops and entering the right-hander, he gets it very nice. And now turn 5, short kinked, and now turn 6 and entering turn 7 with a 44.4, which is a decent second sector. Now turn 8 gets it turned in. Now turn 9, turn 10. Some drivers had issues trying to get a nice track in. I think Haya's trying to set a good lap time at the start. And what's the benchmark? 104.234. That is a decent benchmark to set.
That is a decent benchmark, and I'm just wondering, is everyone trying to get their lap time set because those clouds look very dark? There could be rain here. I don't know what the forecast is. Maybe there's rain far into quali.
Ricciardo had invalidated his lap, and again, so he had no 2 short runs. Trix comes across the line. He goes P2, less than the 10th. So Haya managed to retain in the moment. Meanwhile, Zaki goes P3. Rice had spun out turn 9. Viper goes P3. Summer Night 22.4. He will go for a normal lap mark with a 104.5. Not what we want. what we see, and he's out. Someone nice out. I spun out of turn 1 and invalidate his lap.
Yep, unfortunately for him there, and I'm not really sure about the weather forecast, but if it does rain at the end, then these will be the only laps that count, because there might not be enough time for the drivers to go into the box, come out, and set a lap again. So these laps are the laps that count, and everybody, I think, no, a double A9 Tricks is half a tenth up on his time. Let's see what he can do coming up to the line now. This would theoretically beat Haya. Yes, it does, a 3.9. Okay, that's actually a really impressive lap time by A9 Tricks there.
Yeah, and we now saw a lap in the 103s, and Tricks used 2 laps of the fuel, which gives you a bit more grip. And as he says, rain could be at, well, there might be rain at some points, and Liam has invalidated his lap, so he hasn't set a first lap. And Viper with his second lap, he goes P2 with 104.019. So it's the second fastest in qualifying at the moment for Viper. And he's what I saw from last season, Viper did very well in Austria, managed to keep it clean for the team at Red Bull, but there was some unfortunates because I think he had a penalty, or there was some unlucky moments there, which probably lost him the chance of winning for the team's home race. But hope for redemption here today for Viper, and the moment is looking good for him.
Haya now on track. I believe it's a used set of soft compound tires he's currently on. You must have run them for 1 lap at least already. So he must have used all of his fresh set, Haya, and now he's forced to use a used tire set, which might mean he has less grip than the optimum amount. So like double A9 Tricks, although he did set his lap on 2 lap old tires, but with 1 lap old tire grip, he could have likely had a better lap time by maybe half a tenth or a tenth.
Probably, yeah. Also he could have tried with 6 minutes remaining. He could do a lap and can do 1 more. I think he's trying to look for improvements on those U's. Well, he didn't go for a good start because he invalidate. I'll have to quickly. I'll be back in a sec. You can do your commentary if you want.
Now Pit and a field is now going to start his lap. We're just going to walk you through that a bit, but that's a bit further back. There's an Alfa Romeo on an out lap. The Ferrari now coming through turn 1, took that pretty nicely, neatly. Did not use all of the exit curbs, so could have carried a bit more momentum and speed through there. Alpine now also has invalidated at turn 1. McLaren coming. Oh, someone in the wall. Someone's in Summer Night is in the wall, I believe, or he may have retired in the pit. Someone crashed. Zach spun. Alpine coming up to the line now. No, he's pitting. First one coming up to the line is going to be the Ferrari. 44.5 is a 10th down in the middle sector. Coming up to the last 2 corners now. Let's keep it nice and clean. Oh, runs wide on the exit. Almost spins, invalidates. His lap is over. Alfa Romeo behind him, man like Mark. So about to start his lap now. Double A9 AY Rice is now coming up. He's set a personal best middle sector. He goes P3. A 10th off the pace of pole. Alpine now coming up to the line. He's invalidated his lap though. Ferrari, Zach is about to start his flying lap. So he's now coming up to the line. He's going to start his flying lap. Liam Hiley is also going to start. That's the Alfa Romeo behind. Next one coming up is going to be Rich Viper, also starting a lap. Pit and a field is now coming up to the double left-hander in sector 2. We will see what his middle sector split will be. Middle sector split is about a second slower, but he is invalidated. So that's unfortunate for him. There's an Alpine McLaren. Oh, Rice has gone a tenth and a half quicker after the middle sector split, but he's in some traffic now because of the Alpine in front of him. This could be penalties given out here by the stewards. A9 Tricks, but A9 Tricks is also likely. No, he's on an out lap, so this is dirty tricks from A9 Tricks. And yeah, that costs Rice a lot of time. He was a tenth and a half up. That would have given him pole. But he just got so much dirty air. He got held up in the last sector, so that could be a penalty. That's on stream. But yeah, kind of. And there's a Ferrari of Zach coming up to the line now. He's finally going to set a representative lap time. It's a 4.2.5 tenth improvement for him. Another person coming up to the line. Ooh, someone set the purple first sector. A9 Tricks is at 10th up. Oh, Liam goes fastest. But let's go on board with double A9 Tricks. He's at 10th up after the first sector. Now coming up to the double left-handers of sector 2. He keeps it nice and clean. Ooh, doesn't take too much curve. That's very nice. Carries too much momentum through the 2.5 tenths up. This is a stonking lap. This could go into the 0.6s, even 0.5s. He just needs to keep it clean. He might get a penalty though after the race, or penalty points. He was holding up Rice on completely on his lap when he was on an out, when the A9 Tricks was on an out lap. But for now, he's coming up to the line. Oh, it's a 3.6.
Impressive lap. Malamark just improves a bit of his lap, but stays in P7. So don't know where has the pace gone for Mark at the moment. But at the moment, we will land sec. Ricardo goes P2. What a 3.867, beating Liam by a little bit. Meanwhile, Liam is starting a lap. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, we have F1WR who is starting the lap with Viper behind, who's going to try to go to the 103s. Everyone's trying to look to the 103s and just looking for a good qualifying session at the moment. But Trix has that lap out of nowhere. And Ed, he's in the pits, so he's finished with his lap. It's probably pole position by there, because I don't see anyone can have a good lap than Trix, but I may be surprised. Oh no, Ricardo's. Yeah, Ricardo on the pits. He's finishing P2.
Yeah, he retired.
Oh, there goes Liam.
I believe.
Raj retires, he's in P5.
Is it raining? No, it's not. The driver just feeling that they cannot improve, or they do not have enough time to get out. So that is him calling a run, and Liam highly invalidated in last corner, and I believe his next lap is also invalidated. No, it's not. So we will be able to set this lap. He is on 3-lap old tires. There's not much grip left for him to really improve on his previous run, but he'll still give it everything.
Highs in P7, and he stops. He probably be down, don't know where it is, but pits in the field, comes across the final corner. 10 seconds remaining. This is probably his own lap and it's only P9. He could still push, but at the moment, but Zaki can't improve. Higher will go P7, Malamark in P6. Viper will try to get improvements. Go to in one of threes, but if Liam gets a small improvement, he could go to P2.
Yes, he's up 2 tenths. He runs wide.
We were saying like we were saying like you just crashed out of the race because we're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's continuing on track. There's not time to set another lap. Oh, he ran out of fuel anyway. Okay.
Yeah, it could have been P2 there, but an Alpine front row now, and it's probably it's gonna be looking very intense game.
Yep, Alpine very very powerful team this season in the constructors. So they're looking to continue that in Div 4.
True. And that's qualifying done, and I had to go to get a drink, and came back, and there's some masterpiece coming on here. A 10th separated the top 6 tenths separated the top 9, top 10 if something like could have been. actually got a lap in, but fair goes. But basically, from here, so the Alpine's locked out the front row with Trix in an amazing lap time. He is back after a shocker in Portimao with some of the internet issues he has. But that doesn't matter. He's back in. It's a point behind the championship leader. That is good for him. Ricardo P2, the winner in France last week, goes P2 for Alpine front row, followed by Liam, Viper, Rice, Mark. God damn it, I forgot who else. P6, and higher than the Ferrari of Zach. P9 is a Ferrari of Pit in the Field, and then P10 was Summer Night, who hasn't. He set a lap time, but not a provisional lap time. And it's now full dry, as you see. And you see in the background, you see those pixelated trees that surround the Austrian circuit in Spielberg. The trees look a bit animated, but you can see all the way at the back some of the mountain ones. But hopefully, we have some good graphics in this year's game. But hopefully, some additions of the new 2022 game, which is now called F122.
22, yes, and news coming out as well from F1WR, the league. Next year's game will be run on the old generation game file. So that's just a piece of information. Oh, someone has spun.
Yeah, Liam has spun out turn 1. He's done what Summer Night had in there. And strategy-wise, from the tyres, it's not everyone's on the soft tyres except for Hazard and Michan in P14 and P15.
Oh, Liam's been disqualified. Oh no.
Oh, his tyres are gonna go rocket.
I'm not actually sure what happens there. He was off track, he didn't actually touch anyone, so that's the game being the game. Hopefully they fix that next year. But going back to talking about the next generation game, everybody who will be on the new generation console to participate in F1WR next season, I believe season 5, it's going to be, or season 6, you will have to, season 6, you will have to download the old generation game files, or you will not be able to participate in the F1WR World League. So that's just a piece of information from announcements there.
Through there, yeah, and it's now going to the future of the F1 games, and I'm seeing 3 cars within each other. I've seen I've seen an Alfa Romeo and I've seen 2 Alpines there.
This is a great battle for lead.
Okay, Booster has the worst time to disconnect from there, and he's P16 from there. And the locked out of the front row, and it's now we'll see who will get the lights off. Here we go. Everyone on the grid except for Brewster and the Mercedes. Here we go. Fire lights. Championship could be turns here today. And we go green in Spielberg. A good start from Trix, but the Alfa Romeo of Liam with a good start, entering turn 1. Oh, Ricardo trying to fight back, pushes Liam a bit off the track, and there's some contact a bit behind. Now it looks like there's a bit of battle between them, and Liam goes to turn 3. Ricardo trying to go with a dive bomb, and he does, up to second for the Alpine, and with Viper sticking in P4, and there's some drivers going side by side. Now it's going intense here. Now with Tyrone attacking the McLaren of Michan. I think. Oh, there's some contact at the back now. There's a lot of probably front wing damage and anything.
That was an intense start, so many position changes. Let's just look at that statistics. I mean, Pit in a field is up 3 positions.
Summer Night versus Zotic to turn 9. Summer Night manages to get sneak ahead, but that caught Zotic. He might lose position to the McLaren on the medium tyre. Michan. Oh, okay, not anymore. Zotic just used his energy and he goes into turn
Oh, he
one
sent one
ahead.
on the inside! And he
Oh,
spins!
okay.
He spins!
That's clearly on me, Sean, because turn one you can't make a dive on unless it's side by side. Okay, now with Liam on lap 2, Trick's now got a 1.2 seconds lead. Because I think Ricardo's trying to do the teamwork by trying to hold Liam up. Trying to play the team game in the moment. But Haya trying to look at Ferrari. Did not work, and Bruce is back. Just in time, but he has a loss of ground to make up. And the other ones who is in the pits is Jamie from wing damage site.
Yep, and Trick's extending his lead in front. About to 1.5 seconds now, so out of the DRS detection zone, but Liam is all over the back of Ricardo. This is an interesting battle. Oh, Red's Viper almost crashed it. He lost the rear end there in the background. He's now under attack from man like Mark, but Liam is right on the rear end of F1 Ricardo. Will he use his ERS and send a move? No, but he's gonna go around the outside. He has the straight line speed. Oh, but Ricardo covers it off nicely, and he gets a good exit as Ricardo.
Yeah, and Liam could try to get a big push. Emala Mark is attacking the Red Bull Viper, but as you see on this telemetry, his fuel is on yellow, so he probably underfueled the car a bit. That might be threat at the end of the race, because he needs like a safety car to get some of the fuel back up. Otherwise, he has to list and coast the in probably most of the race, but it will cause him a loss of time. Oh, Liam's a bit glitchy there. Our turn, and he's just skimming around the curbs. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, that is Zaki. Well, Zaki defending from Rice now, and now Rice trying to defend from it, going side by side, and we see
Battle for P2. Ooh, Ricardo covers it off nicely, but he has the DRS, does Liam. He has the straight line speed.
Now going to 2 seconds. He backs off. He's getting a good exit out of turn 3. Gets a great grip, and now he's going to use his energy. Ricardo, as you see from his battery, he has no energy. Use all of his
Ricardo's out
energy.
of DRS, and here comes Liam down the inside.
And he blocks it. He gets it off. Oh, and there's Hazard in the spin, and I think Matt. Okay, that is.
Oh, Haya! There goes Haya. Haya has crashed. He has wing damage. I'm not exactly sure. I just saw it in the corner of the screen. It's a virtual safety car. So there's debris on the track, and the stewards have called a virtual safety car. Will people pit? It will Tricks pit for medium tires. He does not.
It's a bit early.
No one boxes.
It's a bit early for the box, but I know. Oh wait. Oh, P in the field just decides to go in right now, and Haya has to pit because he has, of course, the front wing damage. What does the Ferrari have? He has front wing damage too. And Hazard has a full front wing damage.
Intermediate.
What the? Okay. So Jamie will get a full position. It will get, and that it will overtake someone who is literally on wet tires on a dry track.
At this point, it's just a danger. Oh wait, but look at the conditions. It's getting so much darker.
Still, it's a dumb decision because it's pit.
Drive.
And he gets. Oh, look at Haya! What a move!
Oh my god.
He overtakes a stranded Ferrari.
I mean, at this point, he's just the danger on the circuit, let's be honest.
Look at the time at the moment. Hazard is 18 seconds behind Pitt. Look at the end of the lap. Look at the gap between the inters and the dries. And now Liam has to try and get a gain on there. And Liam's trying to use some of it. Meanwhile, Ricardo he's just
Rain! There's rain! Oh my god!
Oh, there is rain. And there's
What
Ricardo.
a strategy!
He's sending it on Liam, and there's contact between both. And he overtakes the Alfa Romeo. Are you
Basically, the
certain?
field is boxing. He's abandoned his strategy and he's probably going to softs when it starts raining. Okay.
Let's see. No, no, he has a service drive-through.
Oh, that's a shame.
Do you think Ricardo's defending is okay?
I have not seen it.
Because, well, it's not the defensive move. It's basically how he's acting.
Let's see, Liam, will he box for
Oh,
Inters? No, Ricardo almost dies.
Yep, dries are still looking a bit good. We'll see if someone goes bold with a strategy. Yeah, just to say, Liam might be frustrating this because Ricardo is using every energy he has to get to try to defend against Liam to help his teammate.
Oh, Summer Knight has spun.
And with Zaki as well. So they might have been countering some of them. Will it prove
They both have an attachment window.
And there goes Ricardo back on Liam. And Ricardo has only 20%, with Liam has 80%. And Trix, you just have a bit 20% on his energy. Energy is a bit important. And it's important for Mark to try and if he wants to try and he's a bit lifting coasting around these corners because he's on minus fuel. He is on minus 0.8, so he's on critical energies.
Oh, and Ricardo's boxing.
It's the first one to get, and Tom has spun out of turn 8, and Mark's out.
Like Marcus crashed. Safety car. Ooh, that spices things up. And Ricardo's now the lead driver behind the safety car.
Yeah, and there goes Haya. Tom the Bomb has a 5-second penalty for speeding.
Exotic up to P5, but he will be boxing. He will lose less time though under safety car. The track is now fully wet.
And we'll see Trix and Liam has to hope that it goes good because the leader is 23 seconds, so they could try and pit and stay ahead. But I think Trix has to try and stay ahead. It's on to Liam at the moment because if he gets ahead of Ricardo, he could try and set a lap time.
Yep. They all will box, of course, for Inters because it is intermediate conditions, as I learned my lesson in France. But hey ho.
Yep. And here comes Trix. Hit him for mediums. Now look at Ricardo. Trix managed to get a good pit stop. Didn't get held by the Alfa Romeo. But does he stay ahead? He does. He goes in the lead. But does Liam get the overcut done on Ricardo? He does.
That is good stuff there from Liam.
Oh, what the?
Finally, he'll be able to attack.
Oh. Why is this on my screen? Why?
What has happened? Oh my god, what am I seeing?
Why are they waiting for the
Why are they frozen?
The lights are green!
The what is green?
The lights, when the pit, like, when you cross the pit line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Go look at Rich Viper. Oh my god.
He is.
We might need a lobby restart. Might.
Probably, yeah.
They might do a 25% race because this is at EA, at Codemasters. You don't have to add stupid features like F1 Live. You have to fix the game.
I like it how there's a Williams. Look at the background on Josh. There's a man. There's a Williams one who has the board to tell his driver what position he is, and he doesn't look behind to see 4 cars stranded on the. There's 5 cars.
5 cars, yeah. Yep,
Stranded.
it's gonna be a lobby restart, I believe.
Yeah, and plus we're only 10 laps in, so there's still time to do a 50% race, but.
I don't know, it's been 50 minutes, I believe restart here would be a 25%, but we will see.
Well, it was only 10 laps in, and 10 laps only takes about.
Oh, Rich Viper's made some progress. He's gone about 2 inches over the white line.
Yeah, his car just bounced a bit in between. He is very nice and safe.
God.
Oh god, this is horrific.
It's even on their screen. The glitch is even on their screen. So, that is... No words.
Oh,
No words.
I saw a snippet of Viper's car bit moving. It's gonna take a bit of top. You see, all their thing. Like, Zotic's car is just trying to move a bit.
And in the middle of all of that, Brewster's actually been disqualified. But he was not even in control of his car.
Hold on.
Yep, it's a restart. It's a restart.
Progress. Screenshot that, so in other positions. And Jeff. Oh, Josh's car just snoozed a bit. Oh, look at that! The 2 cars just progress a bit forwards, and that's it.
Oh, yep. Game has officially died.
Oh my god. Oh, this is what
Positions will be quali. As I'm being
yeah,
told.
yeah, no. Oh, that was awful.
Agreed.
We'll just wait until everything's back up, and oh my, it's what we do normally. But if you're in the lobby, you can give me the OK if it's ready.
Yeah, I'm not in the lobby.
Okay.
Are you in the lobby?
No. You in the lobby?
No.
Right. Still waiting to see anything, but
Bless you.
There you go. In the lobby?
Nope.
Okay, well, wait. Okay. We're back on in a second. We just need to get in, and that will be it.
In the lobby?
Are you in the lobby?
No, not near you.
No. Well, that's gone. Well, for the moment, we're nearly an hour and a half in, and
We should be on lap 20 something now.
yep. Okay.
The race has actually begun. We're on lap 3 at the moment. Trix is leading Ricardo.
We just got in without anything.
Yeah.
We're back in.
Yep, we're back in. He's leading Ricardo, but it looks to be about 2 seconds. Liam is close to him. He's about to be in the DRS detection zone. Yep, he's very close to a second there. Pit in the field is on the tail of Rich Viper. He's going to have the DRS now. He's going to look for an overtake. He's going to possibly go around the outside. Yes, he is. Will he get that move done? Let's have a look. Yes, he does. He does get that move done before. But he spins it on the exit and he almost loses. He's down under attack again. He doesn't have the DRS, and Rich Viper is gonna re-overtake him here. And this is a super back and forth battle here we're looking at.
Yeah, of course, from that, and then it's now bringing Rice over. Meanwhile, man like Mark all the way over, and then like the two Aston Martins into the points, and on the other side there's a spin and exotic in the Mercedes. Lost himself a lot of positions, and the Williams, I don't know what happened, probably first lap carnage or something. But anyway, moving on, and we'll look for a bit pitched in the field, trying to look for a pass on Viper at turn 9, which is not what we want to get a move on, but see from what he's doing. While Liam is on little percent. I think Ricardo's learned from his mistakes, but 2-second gap between those two.
And Zaki, I mean, pit in the field is going. He does think about exotic. It's a 3-second time penalty in the meantime. But here comes the Ferrari on the attack against the Red Bull. Where is he gonna go? Inside, outside? You make the decision. Outside. He's turned off the ERS. He's confident. They're going side by side into the corner. Ooh, Rich is giving a little bit of a squeeze, but there's fair racing here. Pit in the field on the inside line. He gets that move done.
Good job from the Ferrari. And entering turn 7, he takes, or he confirms the P4 spot from the Red Bull ahead. Now Zaki follows behind, trying to see what his teammate is doing. Probably looks like the tyres are probably working a bit better. And Mark is not on the same fuel he was on the last one, so the restart hadn't saved his qualifying. He'd been at the back of Summer Night, who's on very low ERS. Meanwhile, we see from Viper, Zaki's trying. He's using his energy and realising that Viper's not doing it. But he's going for the outside move at turn 3. It's not gonna work. Actually, he prevents them both because they both don't have DRS.
How do they both not have it?
The Ferrari's making it. Oh my Jesus! What? Get that. At least he's in the DRS zone. But that's another message for a rocket.
He gave it a go though. But here comes Liam now. He's within 0.3 of a second of F1 Ricardo. This is a battle for P2. Here are the podium positions. He's right on the back, and Ricardo is weaving on the straight. One position change is enough, but you cannot weave, or that is a penalty. Here now going out of the exit of turn 1. It's a clean exit for the both of them. He might have a big enough gap here. Ricardo is he gonna cover the inside line? No, he doesn't have to because Liam is too far behind. He's gonna think about. He's gonna go for the exit here. It's a very nice exit.
Yeah, and also he needs his position because you see from Ricardo's his ERS. He's absolutely using a lot of his ERS to hold him up as long as possible. Meanwhile, in the field, as now we're trying to go for with Viper. This was 2021. This just happened last year. Deja vu. Perez squeezing the Ferrari off the track. But in the field manages to hold it and stays ahead. Mark is in the back of Summer Night, who's using some of the ERS he has. And speaking of the Aston Martin, the AlphaTauri, has a 3-second penalty. And Hazard's DNF'd. Haya is way behind, but he's not giving up.
Not a good day for the Williams boys so far.
Yeah, didn't see what happened last time, and now we see from Liam using some of his ERS to use the capture. Meanwhile, Ricardo he's on 0 battery. So Liam, all he needs to do, gets a perfect turn 3. He gets that absolutely nailed on, but got a bit of a wheel spin. Does that prevent him? No. But this is his own choice. He has to make the move right here. Just if I was Liam, I'll just make the move there and then and use some of the ERS because Ricardo is on 0. Like Liam has the advantage of energy. He's just wasted behind Ricardo, just letting Trix, his championship rival, basically getting the most points out of it because he's just sitting around behind.
Ricardo loses the rear end. He almost crashed there in the 2 fast right-handers. That has set him off a bit. He's on 60% ERS, as you say. He's gonna force him to burn it. He's gonna run out of ERS here on the back straight here. He's gonna run out of it. So Liam now, this is the moment he has to attack. This is the moment he has to get this move done. And he is. He's not using this ERS for now. But look, his red light is flashing as Ricardo. He's gonna go round the outside. He forces Ricardo offline.
He makes him brake late, but he's on second gear. Got a bit of wheel spin. Now this lap, this straight, he has to use his energy. Now we realise from it there and then. He has to go for the outside. Try to force Ricardo to go defensive. Now he gets the switchback. Trying to use some of the energy to go to the right hand side and tries to get bit brake late to hold it to the left hand side. But still, and you see from Trix ahead, he's on little energy because he used it to try to gain that much. So Liam has the advantage out of it. He just couldn't get past Ricardo because he's not making any choices at the moment. If I was Liam right now, I would just try and get the move and use some energy. Yeah, he's just lifting passing Ricardo.
Yeah, because he knows Ricardo will overtake him on the back straight, but that's maybe not the chance now. But now he's gonna spam the ERS. I'm surprised Liam isn't holding down that ERS button. He's gonna go down they make contact. He's not gonna send one down the inside. He really wanted to think about it, but he's now gonna try and get the actual better exit this time. He does. He's gonna use the ERS. Ricardo does none of it.
Now he has to use a lot of his energy. There he goes to the left hand side. Going around the outside. He's side by side with Ricardo. He might try to take the inside line. He's just not even using his energy. He's just basically letting Ricardo battle him. And now to the left hand side. And now he takes the move. He finally takes the move. And it's now up to P2.
Yep, but Ricardo is now in the DRS.
Yeah, but like Liam can defend with his energy. But also, he does not have to worry about Ricardo. He has to worry about the gap because all those laps behind Ricardo not making the choices to go defensive or to go on the attack proves him to be 4 seconds behind Trix.
Yep, and Liam's gonna get overtaken here because Liam did not pull off enough of a gap. But no, Ricardo's gonna back off a bit. But no, he sends one down the inside.
Yep. Oh, this is just hurtful to watch. Not because of the other ones. It's just that Liam has all the energy in the world. On that lap where he was side by side, he could use that chance to overtake him and take that chance, because if he would have made that move, he's just at the moment Ricardo's
just orders to build a gap, exactly. But then he overtook him right before the DRS, so he was still right close to him, was Ricardo.
Yeah, and also look at 60%. Trix is just doing as much as he can to try and gain as much ERS as possible. Remember, Ricardo is all he was doing is just trying to burst energy out. And like Liam's strategy is not working at the moment. It looks like he's just basically accepting of Ricardo's defense. He's using ERS here, but that's not the strategy to call. and Ricardo now has DRS because of this. So that's it. No, so Liam has to use. He has to use it. He just let go. Oh my god. Oh, it's now raining.
Oh my god. And now he's gonna be stuck behind Ricardo for the whole time. No words.
Yeah. No words other than Liam just doesn't want to move. Doesn't want to take a move. Now look at the gap. 5 seconds.
That gap
5
was
seconds.
2 seconds. 2 seconds gone to 3 seconds. Unbelievable. Yeah, we forgot about the rest of the field here. Zach is right on the tail of his teammate.
Oh yeah, we did. From that, we didn't see that Viper has spun out of the corner, so that was.
Oh! Zach, he almost dies. He was right up to the right-hand side wall there, about 2 inches from it.
Alright, now Liam has to overtake him. He has to overtake him here, now, and for good. He parks it on the hairpin.
Burn the ERS, burn the ERS. You're gonna save it during the rain anyway. Burn it, burn the ERS, burn the ERS, thank you.
And you go. He just let it go. Oh
my god, and he gets a penalty.
Now Ricardo he just hit his rear tires and just gave him the pen.
Yep.
Ricardo did good defensive at the start, but now it looks like he just used up a dirty trick to try and hold it up. Oh, there goes Mark. Out of turn 7.
The rain is catching people out, the confusion in grip, the constant changing of the grip. He's catching drivers out.
And Zaki just cut it. He didn't even go through the excavation one. Oh, and he gets a pen for that.
Oh, okay. Everyone up and down the field actually has penalties. How much percentage of all the drivers have penalties? Only 4 drivers remaining do not have a penalty in 14 laps of racing.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
And look at the gap now. 7 seconds. It was 5 seconds like 2 or 3 laps ago. Looks like Ricardo's done a good job to try and get the fence on there. The Viper chose another set of softs. Is that a mistake or what happened
absolutely
there?
A mistake, 100% a mistake. Summer Night also boxed for softs. I believe that's so smart.
Does Pit have? He's on minus. He's on minus like I think minus 1 lap of fuel because his fuel is on yellow.
Yep, but it is definitely interconditions and everyone's boxing from Trix to Liam. Everyone DRS is now disabled.
DRS disabled, and now to the leaders it's 25 seconds. It could be shrink down because it's like 19 seconds between Liam and Ricardo. But we saw from this stuff on the safety car, Liam had a good gap to get ahead of Ricardo. Can he do this again? Probably not because Ricardo had.
Ricardo's gonna get far ahead, very far ahead of Liam here.
But it could bring Zaki in. It could bring Zaki in the fight. There goes Ricardo, and goes Zaki.
And Zaki's ahead.
Zaki's ahead. Ricardo managed to get a 2-second advantage on the teammate, but now it's going to play the game of just hurting people. I think he probably just let Zaki through something. But Liam had every chance to go for the overtake and can create a gap because he had more energy. But just lap after lap, he didn't chose to pit. But that might come back to haunt him. But we'll check pens after we're basically nearly halfway through. 8 for Zaki, 3 for Liam, 3 for Pit in the field, 6 for Brewster, 6 for Michan, 6 for Christix, 3 for Tyrone, 9 for Zotic, 3 for Mark, 3 for Tom, 3 for Jamie, 0 for Viper, 6 for Jeffrey, 3 for Josh, 3 for Stumble, and 3 for Hire. And that's 6 for Pit, the number 1 prize, and the 2 Alpines does not. And Zaki wants to go for the overtake on the Alpine. He does. It says Ricardo there. Zaki wants going for the move. He does. He's trying to go for the left hand side of turn 4. And doesn't make it work. But he has to cut back. Going to turn 6. No, he doesn't. Ricardo just parks the widest Formula 1 car you'll ever see in league racing. At the moment that... Oh, Zaki's going for the move of the final corner! That did not work, but it will cause Liam... It will invite Liam. Ricardo's going to block it. So he knows that Zaki will try to go for the move at turn 1, but...
spins!
He backed off, so Liam just has to overtake Ricardo. He has to. Because there's no DRS to give Ricardo the advantage. And it's just that Trix nearly catching up to Josh, but Liam has to do lap after lap just to gain seconds, because in front of Ricardo is clear air.
Yep, and remember Ricardo's ERS? He now has 100. And Liam has 92.
Oh, Ricardo went a bit deep at turn 7. Liam trying to have a look-see, but it's not going to work at the moment. Now Liam entering the last 2 corners to go on to, well, to make a lap 18. Trix made a lap 18. Liam has to make a move on Ricardo this lap. If he does not, Trix might have won the race if he keeps it clean. Zaki gets a 3-second penalty. And it's where Liam has to go for it. He's using a bit more ERS. He just loves to do the outside move than the inside. He goes the cut back, trying to get real exit speed, using the ERS. And again, outside move. Not like Ricardo's defending. There's a lot of space on the outside. Yeah, he's not even. I swear, after lap, Liam's not even trying. Like he's trying to overtake, but he's not committing. And it's just Ricardo's just having a fantastic day. He can just all he has to do is just use energy and just defend the inside line, because Liam, he doesn't even want to go to the inside at any corner.
Yep, and Trix now 9.3 seconds clear, so that's kind of a one race for him now. But it's just about how much in the championship will Liam lose out in terms of the relative points to Trix. He wants to get to P2. There's 3 points difference between P2 and P3, but he, of course, still has to watch out for Zaki and the other Ferrari behind, because any mistake will catch him
Liam! Oh, okay, no, he just looks to the right hand side. Ricardo gives it space.
Zaki spins! Oh, that was... Oof, he almost went right into the wall there.
Thank God for him, there's no front wing damage. Trix still with a 9-second gap, because Liam is still... He can't be bothered to pass Ricardo. I swear that. Teammates are naive in this one. Ricardo just won the race in France. Surely he has the fuel. He does not have the fuel in him from winning the French Grand Prix last week for the team's home race, to then be a teammate for a championship leader or something.
Yeah.
Because like, if we try and go win the race, let's see from Liam. Will he try to go for a move on lap 20?
He goes down the inside, he sent one, but he turns. Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty from Ricardo. It looked pretty dirty.
Yeah. Excludes that one lap, but it's going to be 10 seconds. Well, if Trisk is on minus fuel, all he can do, he can just lift and coast and don't worry about anything because it's just like a walk in the park for him at the moment.
Yep, and Ricardo with these turning in and aggressive defending, he might get a penalty now because Liam he got a bit into an AI mode because it looked like he was clipping that incident. So he lost a bit of time, but he will make that up now.
Yeah, sure on that, and there's a spin, and that's
It's
with
Tom the Bomb.
Yeah, Tom spin out turn 5. Liam trying to use some of it. Ricardo's gonna lose a bit, and Trick's just using energy because with this fear that Liam might go for a move at turn 3. No, it doesn't. And also, oh my, that's a oversteer from Liam. And also, the one it went on in the dries, Liam went ahead of Ricardo, but Ricardo hit the rear of Liam, who then oversteered, who nearly spun but got a penalty because of it. So Ricardo might get some pens here, truthfully.
Some penalties indeed could be coming, but Ricardo's maintaining that gap to Trix now, so he's picked up the pace a tiny bit. He's closing 2/10 on this lap, but maybe that's just Trix taking it carefully. But there's not much position changes going up and down the field. Exotic is on the edge of the points. He's within 8/10 of Tyrone King. But apart from that, and Christex maybe getting up to the battle between Mishan and Brewster. The main battle here is the top 3 to 5.
Liam has 6 seconds now. Well, depends on anything. He will not get that pen removed because on multiple. He probably had another pen there. I will check lap 22. Lap 22. Probably had a penalty there. Yes, he might. I think he had a warning there. Yes, of course. This is just a painful race today. It's just is Liam even bothering to pass Ricardo?
Imagine he overtakes him on the last lap.
All that just overtaking on the last lap, thinking he's the best driver in the world. He's closer now at turn 1. He's now about 3/10 there. He could get him. But he had a bit of an oversteer.
He's burning the ERS finally.
Does he go? No, man can't be bothered. You probably have another warning there. Like he's like oversteering every time. He went from 3/10 to 5/10 because he just oversteers like crazy.
Yep, and Trick must have had a problem or a malfunction. That gap is now 8.8 seconds.
Well, I think he's just cruising, to be fair.
Yep.
He's using some energy to get some push in, and just use some of it so in case he just pulls ahead. Because there's no threat around him at the moment. The only threat he only has are curves. Like one spin could losing the lead. But he doesn't need to. He has 9 seconds just to chill around the corners, which therefore needs some relaxation.
Yeah,
Come on,
and Liam now is going to burn the ERS.
He's using energy. Come on, he's leaving you gaps. You're just going for the left-hand side. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he goes deep. He goes deep. This is his chance. Burn it, Liam. Send it.
Please,
You have to
go,
send one.
push.
You have to send one. You have to send one down the inside. No,
Why
no.
is it? Oh,
Okay,
idiot.
okay, there we go.
Oh my god. Man just loves going around the outside. There's like, he's leaving you space. Oh, is he going for it? Ricardo's left in space.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Please, just do it.
Oh my god, side by side, they're still gonna board from pit in the field. And he gets it
Got
done!
it. Yes, he's got it. Yes. Finally,
Yes, Liam.
an overtaking laps. Jesus Christ.
Fair play to Ricardo though, a bit dirty, but you know.
Yeah, like it was a good side by side. Liam managed to find the gap. He finally sends it, to be fair, and now he can try and send it. Now he could try and now he has to do some laps to try and get away from Ricardo, and now try to push on Trix. Trix knows this now. Look at his energy.
Jeez.
Zero, he's on 0 of energy, and now Ricardo's just trying to use energy to get him back up. But Liam just has a bit more gap now, because there's no threat of DRS, which might have resulted in it. So Liam has a bit of a gap, which he can use some ERS to use.
And Liam gained
straight.
6/10 in 2 corners.
He's gaining a lot of time.
Oh!
Someone
That's on track.
chose to go. I think man just chose to
Summer
go off.
Knight retired on track.
That was nearly on the apex. He just nearly stops on the apex. And now look at the gap now. 1.2 seconds in just a lap. And it shows that Ricardo is that Liam has the pace. It's just that he just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ricardo's now trying to push back, but now pit in the field, and Rice has 0 energy. Well, near 0 energy, but we have to worry about pit in the field on his progress, because he's on -2 laps of race fuel, so he could be out by the end of the race.
How do you see that? He's -2.
When you're on board with him, you can see if you look clearly on his fuel laps, you should see
Oh yeah. Yep.
a bit of a you can see a bit of a minus on there. It's just little snippets, but the gap's now under 9 seconds, so Liam is flying out there, and Trix has 0 energy, so Liam has any energy in the world just to gain a little bit of time back. Meanwhile, Ricardo is on the threat from the Ferrari, and that's Jeffrey. He spun and is out.
Safety car.
That helps a lot for Liam now, and that's unlucky from Trix, because his gap went from 0 to 0. If that's the explanation of what to do, it's not what to do. Well, at least the drivers can have a lap to do.
Yes.
Everyone's on lap 26.
But there's 2 cars who are lapped, I believe. The Red Bull and the AlphaTauri.
Some people are pitting for new inters.
Well, Trix box. He does box. Oh, I don't know, Liam could stay out here, and he could pull a masterclass.
Well, we'll see from there.
Liam staying out. Yep, I don't think it's the right decision to box.
We'll see from Zaki. Does he go in? He goes in.
Nobody. Ricardo doesn't. Field doesn't. Rice doesn't. Has Trix just thrown away it here?
No, because on pens he could try and gain that up.
True.
Zaki on new. Two inters, got passed by Brewster and Michan. Could lose out to Tyrone. There goes Zaki. There goes Tyrone. He got a warning. But Zaki managed to get ahead of Tyrone. Tyrone might have got a warning for no reason at all other than... Like, how did Zotic get a penalty when you're at the safety car? You're going for walking pace. Oh, at least some drivers have chances to catch up to safety car. That being Tom and Josh.
Yep.
So they'll catch up in a sec. We got the top 5 in there who are in that queue. Brewster has now entered the queue, followed by Michan behind. We should bring in Zaki and Tyrone with Malamark behind. And we got Christix, Zotic, who's trying to catch up, and then we got the rest. At the moment, 3 drivers don't have penalties, which is Viper and the 2 Alpines. And on we look on penalties: 6 for Liam, 6 for in the field, 3 for Rice, 9 for Brewster, Michan and Zaki, 6 for Tyrone, 3 for Mark, 6 for Christix, 15 for Zotic, 12 for Jamie, 6 for Haya, and 3 for Tom and Josh. And
yeah.
We'll see from the 2 Alpines, Ricardo only has 1 warning. And we go to Trix, he is on 2 warnings. Going to Viper, he's on... it says he's on 2 warnings, so probably one's a collision, the other one is... Yeah, one's a collision with Rice. And we see one from the Alpine. Trix got one for exceeding track limits. Trix got another one for exceeding track limits a lap later, so he knows he has to slow down for that. And then Alpine, it's Ricardo exceeding track limits on lap 21. I think it was probably where he was battling with him. It was probably when he was battling with him or something, but we will see by the end. Trix could have a pen here. If Trix get a pen, Bryce has a gap. We're going on to lap 30. We have 7 laps remaining. So I think that means safety car will be in this lap, which means we'll have 6 laps of racing. And now, so Liam needs to gain a hell of a lot of time if he wants to gain as much as possible. Because Trix, he has to pass 2 drivers. Well, at least pit the field has some days on plus 8-7 of fuel from the safety car, so he's doing a bit well on there. Meanwhile, Mark, he's having a bit of a shocker lately, to be fair. To stops. Yeah, position change. Brewster, Christix had gained the most. Viper has gained the least with Haya as well. Yet safety car in this lap. So we have laps all the way to the... We're going to have 6 laps of racing left around Spielberg in the rain. So a wet race. So the first time is a wet race. Oof. Yeah, first time it will be a wet race. Can Liam extend much of a gap to try and get a victory here, to try and get as little as possible, but he has Ricardo right behind him. Liam will waiting to go green. And we go. Do we go green? And we go green. Liam getting a bit of a start. Meanwhile, Ricardo trying to look for a move. Meanwhile, Trix going for a double overtake, and he spins.
Oh, Trix! Was he too ambitious there? He's definitely made a mistake there by himself. I don't know if he sent it was a bit confident and others would leave him space.
Oh, and there goes Michan on the Ferrari of Zaki. Oh, Zaki gave it oversteery, but he gets P4 there done. Meanwhile, a start between Brewster and Tyrone. And down the inside goes the Aston. He gets the move. Oh, did he get the move done? He does, but forces Brewster off the track. Wouldn't let Brewster go through, but nothing happens. Meanwhile, Haya trying to look for the move on Zotic. He gets the move done, but can he get it completely done? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, Trix just having a nightmare. He just needs to get as much position possible to get trying to leave as little points as possible, because it's just not working for him at the moment. He overtook the McLaren at the start, but trying to go for a double overtake, which probably does not work, and that cost him well enough as many points as possible. It looks like Liam going for it. Trix trying to look for that. It's nearly deja vu, but he learned from his mistakes. Oh, Ferrari looking for the move on Zaki. Oh, oversteer moment for the Ferrari. Side by side between those two. Ricardo has to try and gain as little time as possible. They're going side by side, touching wheels. Ricardo trying to brake late. Hitting the field, going for it, and Ricardo leaving a bit of space. Now hitting the field. Has to leave it now.
And Trix now is making moves. He's just overtaking Josh. He's going to now try and go around the outside of man like Mark. He thinks better of it, but he's getting the switch back.
Oh,
they make contact. Adjust. He gets
attacking
through.
man like Mark, and he gets P14. Probably the fresh inters has a bit more grip, so use some of them to try and gain as much time as possible. So I'm going to see from the gap to the leader 9 seconds.
Actually, where Trix is now, he'll still finish top 5 with penalties.
Oh!
Oh my, what a shunt. Haya involved. That...
What just happened? I only saw from Trix, there's Zotic in the wall, and I'll see Liam on the grass. Was there not sure that was... What the hell?
I think there was some sort of contact, or one of them might have lost the rear end, and that might have unsettled things.
Don't know, but what we do know is that there's a safety car for some reason, because the car's gone. Zosic's car has gone. He's gone. He's not on the minimap. His car is if we see no Mercedes there's no point of a safety car, but we will see Liam. But we will see that Liam has been robbed.
Yep, and the safety car will go in this lap, because it's gonna go in on lap 34, so there's lap 35 and lap 36 of racing. But the safety car will be coming in this lap.
Mercedes! No Mercedes! It's not, he hasn't been! Oh, Trix! Trix got a pen! Okay,
Oh, that's a bottle.
That's a bottle. And now it's only up to Ricardo. But he may have some pens, depends. I keep saying that a lot, but it will depend on the steward's reliance on it. Because we will see if Ricardo gets some pens in a moment.
Yeah, but safety car will be coming in this lap. It has to. There we go.
Yeah,
It's
it
on
does.
screen. Liam will probably try and get this restart going as quickly as possible because he has this momentum in the race. He just wants to get back, right back in his rhythm, not waste any time playing safety car tricks. So he's just gonna go 2 laps to the finish. He's gonna just floor it. He's gonna give it all he's got. And Tricks, what he has to do is stay out of trouble this lap. These 2 laps, stay out of trouble.
Yeah, Viper could get, if Viper does not get a pen, he could get a good, he could get a podium here.
He could get P2.
He could get, yeah, he could get P2. He could get the win if Ricardo gets the pen. Oh, here comes Liam's on the floor now. Meanwhile, the Ferrari. Does he go for the move? No, he doesn't.
Whoa!
Big snap out of that corner. Okay, now Liam using the battery. Does Ricardo sent it? No, he does not.
He semi-sent it. Liam's gone a bit deep, and he's compromised his exit there. He's spamming
meanwhile,
DRS.
Trick is going for P11. He gets a bit of power down, and it goes up to P11. Meanwhile, Zaki can't get past. Oh,
Yep.
big contact.
Viper's within 6 seconds of Liam. Now here we go, on to the final lap. Liam leads Ricardo by 9/10. He's carrying 6 seconds worth of penalties though. Ricardo looks like he's going to win this race. Even if he gets a penalty of 3 seconds now, he will still win this race because the gap to Viper for Ricardo is more than 3 seconds. But Liam will be struggling. Liam is under pressure. He could only finish P3 here if nothing goes right for him. He's coming up to turn 1. He extends the gap by 1.2 seconds now to Ricardo, but it's not enough. It's not enough. He needs Ricardo to have a moment of super bad luck here if he wants to win tonight. But it's not looking like it. Viper is currently staying within that area for the P2. Ricardo is keeping it smooth.
It's been contact between the drivers behind. There's Brewster battling, and Trix have to battle with Brewster. Trix nearly went for a spin. Still side by side. Oh, Trix got a bit of an oversteer moment coming out of that corner.
And Liam.
Which gets hot. Oh no!
Oh no, he spins, but Liam crosses the line now. Is gonna win the race on track, but Ricardo takes the win after penalties. Viper gets promoted to P4 in the end. What a crazy race.
Yeah, well, a crazy race, but there might be decisions coming out here. There might be some decisions out here which probably be crucial here today, because there are some drivers that might have pens, and there's Ricardo. At the moment, he will have this. He will have this win, but we will see from pens if that will work. Your clarifications for this race: Ricardo winning the race, Liam seconds, Rice in P3, Viper with no pens goes P4, Pit in the Field goes P5, Tyrone goes P6, Chris P7. From last on the grid, Trix from pole position go down to 8th, Mark in P9, Michan in P10, Zach in P11, Tom in P12, Bruce P13, Joss P14, Higher P15, Jamie P16, Zazik P17, Jeffrey P18, Summer Knight P19, and Hazard P20.
That's a crazy race, and I'm gonna have to go head off now, but I'll try and see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay. See ya. Yeah, it was an absolute crazy race, on par with France. And it's just wondering, I'm like trembling a lot through this day. And it's probably discussions will be there in the race, but it is just crucial that Liam gains a lot more points to keep ahead of Trix, but we will see. Thanks for people that watched. We had the incident there was unfortunate, but we had a restart and